For sure.
Caleb, make sure you talk into the mic too.
Gotcha.
So you do at home, Caleb?
Honestly, yes. Feels like this is the place to be. Glad to be here. My family's been up here, so feeling good.
Did it take some time to adjust, new teammates, new environment, or was that easy for you?
I wouldn't say it was hard, but it's always new just to be around different people that you haven't spent time with. So building relationships is a big thing for me. So just trying to grow my relationships with my teammates and learn more about each of them.
Caleb, Coach Guerrero was saying that your preparation forces him to kind of like be a better coach because he doesn't want you to be ahead of him. I'm just wondering, like, what does your time away from the practice field look like that allows you to be such a better player?
First off, coach is lying. he here all day, no matter what. But for me, myself, ever since I was a kid, my dad always instilled me and my brother to work hard and just be around football, be around what we want to be good at. So after here, I'll go watch more film, do a little schoolwork, and then later tonight I'll probably come back and watch the film again. But at the end of the day, it's just trying to be around football, be around the facility.
How much of your film watching is like a solo endeavor, just you by yourself watching stuff? How much do you do?
We've had more safeties come in throughout the spring. More guys try to learn the system and learn the game. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to put yourself in the best position to win. So myself, I watch film at home too by myself. But when I'm here, there's always other players around me that are trying to work to get better, just like I am.
Are you only watching yourself, or do you watch?
No, I watch the NFL teams, watch good NFL safeties that are playing right now. Javon Holland, Antoine Whitfield, guys like that I can emulate and try to see how they play. And then also just watching my other players here, other players that do things well here, just learning from them, trying to see how they play the game, trying to get better.
Caleb, what are some of the big differences that you've seen so far between what you went through at Alabama and so far what you've gone through up here?
A lot of it's the same. Little differences in the defense and how they operate and how they see things, but at the end of the day, football's football, defense is defense. So everybody got to get to the ball and make the tackle.
What do you think of Columbus?
Oh, I love the city. I love High Street. I love being in the city. Love going to the restaurants here. The food's great here, so I ain't got no complaints from me.
Have you found a favorite? Because it's like you have the campus, obviously, but then you also have a big city.
It's different than Alabama because Alabama was a college town, and Tuscaloosa was not as big of a city. Here, there's a lot of people to see, a lot of different businesses that you can be a part of. So just trying to learn the city and learn what everybody has to offer here.
Caleb, you probably noticed that when Kate Crocker made his decision to go back to Alabama, then that starts a whole level of speculation as to were you taken aback by that? Did you feel like you needed to make a declaration after that?
I mean, at the end of the day, no, I didn't feel like I needed to say anything because at the end of the day, I was still here at practice. I was still here with my teammates. So, I mean, I feel my actions speak for themselves. I don't need to say anything about that. Caden, I talked to him when he did it. And I congratulated him on his decision. I mean, if that's what he feels is best. That's what he feels is best, and I support him. But I'm here.
You guys are in this new generation of you have that sort of freedom, you have that sort of control over your career in a way that other people didn't. Is it something that you have to kind of take with a certain seriousness that you're making that right decision at all times?
I think, in life, you have to make decisions based off of what you feel is best for yourself. So that was a big decision for him, and if he feels that's what's best for himself, then I support it. But at the end of the day, for college football athletes, I think that's the best thing because the coaches have the same right to do what they do. Coach can come here for a month and leave, and then he's just leaving the player high and dry. So, if they're going to have the ability to do it, why would the players not have some type of say in their life?
Carol, you made the impact obviously last year as a freshman. What do you think you can do as a sophomore, a year under your belt?
I think I can grow in what I did well last year and increase on the qualities that I wasn't not as elite at during the season. So just being better in coverage, being better in the post, being better in my tackling, being a better communicator with my teammates. All that I think I can offer to the team, but at the end of the day, it's got to be a team collective to go do what we want to do.
What do you think of this? Obviously, is a loaded defense. What do you think of being a big part of this defense that wasn't elite last year and should be better this year?
Yeah, they were a very elite defense last year, and watching all the film from last year and the whole season, they played a great season. They played a lot of good defense. Excuse me, what was your question?
Just the idea of being a big part of an elite defense.
I mean, I can only do my part. I can only do my 111th and do my job every play. I can't try to do more than that. And every other player just has to do their job, and we'll do what we need to do.
Caleb, you talked about your film watching habits. Was that the same in high school? What did that look like for you when you were in high school?
My high school coach was one of my favorite people in the world, Freeman Davis. Me and him watched film together a lot, but that was more so just myself watching film and trying to grow. So I would say I had a lot of the same habits, and that has transferred over to college. But a lot of that was me and my high school coach learning the game together.
I know they're moving you around everywhere here, but it seems like you're at that free safety spot as opposed to the strong safety spot you played at Alabama. Just what's that transition like? Do you feel that? Does that even matter in this kind of defense?
I mean, it's the same spot really. It's the safety to the field, safety playing in the most space. That's what I'm used to. But at the end of the day, I feel like I can play to the boundary. I can play the dime money position. I can play nickel. So I mean, at the end of the day, you got to make plays wherever you're at.
Hey Caleb, what have your thoughts been on Jeremiah Smith so far?
A very elite athlete, a very instinctual player, has a great ball skills. Should have a big impact this year.
Anybody you can compare him to that you've seen?
Nah, JJ's his own self. He's his own man.
Who else has caught your eye in that receiver group, Caleb, that is elite in your opinion?
I watched Emeka Egbuka a lot when I was in high school, watching the games, and then last year watching some of his film. He's been an elite receiver then, and he's an elite receiver now. And Carnell Tate has had a great spring as well.
Yeah, and you personally, after that Student Appreciation Day on Saturday, you were mobbed about as much as anybody. How have you felt the meaning of autograph seekers, et cetera, you know? How have you felt the reception here for you over the last several months, but especially like Saturday?
I think it's been very welcoming. I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate when I go to class seeing people that know me and just being able to meet them, being able to say that I'm glad to be here, being able to say I'm glad to be here to everybody that came up to me.
Yeah.
So I'm very appreciative of it.
Do you feel there are expectations for you? You know what I mean?
I mean, people may have expectations, but at the end of the day, only one person can really judge me, and that's God. I mean, other than that, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
How much have you been rolling between the three different safety spots?
Every day I take reps at all three spots, just to try to. It helps you understand and learn the defense from a new perspective. So being able to see the ball from the boundary safety, see the ball from the nickel spot, being able to see the ball from the dime, it helps you be able to see the whole game and be able to understand everything that goes on around you.
You moved at the scrimmage. You've flying in there a few times, had some sacks. Has that been a focal point? One of the focal points, just to blitz more. Obviously, you guys might get pressure on the quarterback all the time. Is that kind of a focal point?
I think any defense has blitzing as part of their scheme. So I think for us, it's a great plus that we can have blitzes and that we can execute them at a high level. And I'm glad to be able to do my part in that. And I'm happy to blitz.
Going into last year, I'm sure you thought you could do it as a true freshman. You're confident, but now,
Thanks,
now
Caleb.
you've done
Appreciate
it.
it.
You know you can do it. Can you just explain the difference in mindset, if at all, from going from I think I can do it, now you know you can do it.
At the end of the day, you have to have full confidence in yourself. You have to have full confidence in the ability that God gave you. So last year, it wasn't, I think I could do it. It was really like, God put me here to do it. Let's do it. There's nothing else to think about. So I would say it's kind of the same thing. Just want to harp on the things that I could have done better last year. So, I mean, it's the same type of mentality. Got to go in and prove myself to myself again and not to anybody else and play my game.
All right, Caleb, thank you.
Thanks, Caleb.